All right, so I just finished planting my carrots and beets in this raised bed. This is where I'm going to be planting all my root veg this year, which is one of my rotations in the vegetable gardens. And so just wanted to show you a couple things. I've shown you already the carrot seeds that I use are these pelleted seeds. And they're just a little bit easier to seed so that I can make sure I get the right spacing. I do seed them a little closer together than where I want them to end up in the end, so I've got about a seed every 1.5 centimeters or so here. That's in case some don't germinate. They might come up a little close together, but it's going to make them easier to thin out a little bit later on. And so it's just a little bit easier to handle with these pelleted seeds. Some might call it cheating, but I just find them super handy. And then I've also seeded beets in here as well. And so what I've done is I've tried to alternate beet, carrot, and the only reason I'm doing that is I've had some issues the last couple of years with leaf miner and beets, and I don't know if this is going to make any difference or not, but I thought maybe putting a row of carrots in between the beets will maybe try and prevent some of the spread of leaf miner. I don't know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but it's worth a try. So the beet spacing is about the same, about a seed every centimeter to every 2 centimeters. And then later on when they germinate, I can thin them out so that there's a couple inches between each beet and between each carrot. And that's it. So again, about a centimeter deep, so about 3 times as deep as the seed is wide. And then I'm just gonna cover them all up, tamp them down gently, and just water them in really, really well. All right, everything's nicely watered in here. I just wanted to remind you to make sure that you're labeling your rows as well. One of the reasons is when they start germinating, then you're going to be able to be a little bit careful around where your rows are and not weed too aggressively around there, especially if you don't know what the plants look like. You can kind of avoid where you planted things and just kind of leave the plants alone until they get a little bit bigger. So I find that helps, and most importantly in the fall when it comes time to harvest everything, you want to know what you planted that turned out well. So if you've got one variety of carrot that turned out better than the other, you're going to want to know what that variety is, and you'll never remember. You might think you will now, but you won't in the fall.